back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Scott, his first carry. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fighting through, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Scott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Swift's got the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Love from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 44, Tua. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down, Love. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big...
Broadway! And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Going back to Love. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Scott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Throwing, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Dolphins Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Tua. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tua now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's going to let this one go deep. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action. Now it's Tua. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Completes it to Aguilar. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Again, it's Love. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. To try again after the sack. Tua. Man open, here is Jones. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Love's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Love. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Boston Scott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20 to 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. He'll get this one to Galladay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Not much there, only a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to pass. Tua. And this will be caught by Edwards. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Edwards. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He finds his man complete. That's Edwards. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. On first down, it's Scott, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 27, Love. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rolling to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work an exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Second and 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
To the air again, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On third down, Swift skirts by at the 15 and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Miami, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers.